Welcome into the very first edition of the Davison Igbinosun Show, presented by the College Corner. First, Davison, as someone who has his name mispronounced all the time, did I do that right or did I mess it up?
You got it right.
I got it right. How about that? I'm one for one. Welcome into the show, brought to you by the College Corner. The College Corner, your one-stop Rebel Shop, 2 locations in the Jackson area in Ridgeland. The College Corner is next to Fleet Feet. In Flowwood, it's next to Half Shell. If you don't live in Jackson, it's okay. Go to collegecornerstore.com. Plus, you can find them on Facebook and Instagram. So whether you're tailgating in Oxford or home gating with friends and family, the College Corner has you covered for game day with the largest selection of Rebel gear in Central Mississippi. Davison, this has to be kind of surreal to you, right? After all this time, you're less than a week away from playing your very first college game. Has it even set in or sunk in yet that you're within less than a week, you're going to be taking the field as an SEC football player?
Not really. I don't think that it's hitting me yet. Like I feel like I'm gonna feel it as soon as I step into the vault and I see all the fans.
So for you, what have these last, I don't know, I guess 8-9 months been like? You sign with Ole Miss, you show up in January to get started on a completely new chapter in your life, 18
Right.
years old, different part of the country, away from home, in a college program, all of that stuff. What was that kind of experience like?
To be honest with you, it was a big challenge. Like I feel like the jump from high school to college is a big challenge in every kid's life. But I feel like mine was a little harder because I early enrolled. I got out of high school early, and I was like thrown into the fire. The fourth quarter program, and then spring ball. Like it was tough, but I rolled with the punches.
What was that fourth quarter like for someone who'd been just playing high school ball? I mean, you go from being, I would assume, I know you're going to be modest here, but probably the very best player on your team for
Right.
at least 2 seasons, right? Probably more than that. To you're surrounded by a whole bunch of guys who are just like you, and they've been in college a little bit, and you're just, I would assume, kind of swimming there for a little bit.
It humbles you. Like it definitely humbles you. Like the first day of fourth quarter, I was in the back. Like I came in as a big time recruit, 4-star. Like me thinking in my head, like I'm probably going to be like one of the best players on the team. And it's not like that. Like in college, you have to just like prove yourself all over again.
You've done that though. How have you? Not only that, but look, you made the athletic director's honor roll for the spring, so you took care of business in the classroom. And going into this Troy game, I mean, I don't know whether you're in the starting lineup or not. You're on your way to being a starter very soon. If you're not starting on Saturday, you're going to play a lot. You've earned a ton of playing time. It's you and Miles Battle and DeAndre Prince, the primary corners there. I mean, those are guys that have been in college for a bit. You know, they've been on the merry-go-round a lot longer than you have, and here
Right.
you are taking time. You know, how'd you do it? How did you stay kind of focused and locked in?
I had one goal coming to Ole Miss. I wanted to start here as a true freshman. I had one goal, and everything that I've done thus far was to accomplish that goal.
What was the hardest part?
The consistency, like me being a freshman and me consistently having to prove myself each and every day, like coming to practice and having to bring it every day, like no days off. That definitely was the hardest part.
So where did you get that mentality? Because I see you away from the field, and you know I've obviously talked to people about you trying to kind of get ready to do this show with you, and people always talk about what a nice guy you are. You kind of laid back, kind of soft spoken, all that
Right.
stuff. And then I've seen you on the field, man, and you're a different cat. I mean, you're intense. I mean, you're physical. You don't back down from anybody. You seem to sort of enjoy that. You have that cornerback mentality, but you
Yeah.
don't really seem to have that cornerback mentality away from the field. How do you flip that switch? Or am I misreading you?
No, you're completely right. I feel like if you have that cornerback mentality in real life, you're probably not a good person. I just try to I just like try to balance it. Like off the field, I still try to be a good person, but as soon as I get on the field, I'm a competitor.
Who are some cornerbacks over the course of your life that you've kind of caught yourself admiring, or is there anybody? It's not style necessarily,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean. Like DeAndre Prince was talking about Tyrann Mathieu and Patrick Peterson, right? You know, guys that he's watched and tried to kind of take some of their swagger and such and put it into him. Who are some?
Actually, they call me Lil Ramsey, like a Jalen Ramsey. I definitely watch his game a lot. Like he's 6'1", I'm 6'1". Like he's a big, tough, physical corner. I definitely watch his game the most.
How much this August did it help you to go up against kind of Ole Miss when I was out there in the parts of the practices that were open to media? There's obviously a lot of different kinds of receivers, right? You've got speed guys, you've got big guys like Malik Heath, who's got a big body, knows how to use his body.
Right.
Jonathan Mingo, you've got
Go.
you've got Jalen Robinson, who can really run. I know he's more of a
Right.
slot guy, but how much did it help you to go against that kind of competition day in and day out in August?
So like during fall camp, I really like went against Jonathan Mingo a lot. And Mingo's like he's probably one of the best receivers in the country. So like me going up against him every day, I'm probably not going to see Jonathan Mingo on Saturday each and every week. So like it just got me ready and it got me prepared.
Did those guys try to bully you a little bit early, trash talk you, intimidate you some
Or
when you were a
like
freshman?
like coming in the first day of spring ball, they tried me, but like you guys just got like I'm a competitor. Like I'm not backing down from anybody.
When they realize that, I've had some of the guys. I mean, look, it's not there aren't too many days that go by that guys don't come into the media thing and talk about you, right? They you've obviously turned heads and stuff, but one of the things they talk about is how you're not a freshman. They're like, that dude's not a freshman. He's different. Have you always kind of had that mentality that it doesn't really matter about the talk and stuff? You're going to play? Because it looks like you're sort of engaging in some of the talk as well out there.
I mean, like I don't talk first, but if somebody talk to me, I'm definitely gonna talk. I'm definitely gonna talk back. But like my whole mindset, like I have a older brother, so like I've always been like I have so I have an older brother, so I always feel like I have to prove myself. Like people always like doubt me.
Let's talk about him. Your brother Desmond plays at Rutgers. Rutgers is right there in New Jersey. They've got a good program kind of going again. Greg Schiano's got that program going. I know you were a priority for them. How difficult of a decision was it to go to Ole Miss and not go to Rutgers and play with your brother there in Piscataway?
It was the hardest decision of my life. If I'm being completely honest with you, like the whole time growing up, like I had my mind set on going to Rutgers, but like I kind of felt like I personally felt like in the most humbly way speaking, like I felt like I'm one of the best players in the country, and I feel like if you're one of the best players in the country, you got to go prove it against the best players in the country, and that's the SEC.
What did Desmond say to you during that time? Was he trying to recruit you to Rutgers, or was he more being your brother and just talking to you about it?
Desmond was probably the only person in my life that didn't try to like sway me. Like he completely understood the entire process, so he just wanted me to make the best decision for myself.
I know you were a huge priority for Chris Partridge in particular. I mean, he really, really wanted you at Ole Miss. When you finally told him, "Hey, I'm coming. I know there's all stuff out there, but I'm signing with Ole Miss." What was his reaction?
Like the whole time he would tell me like you can play in the SEC, and like at first I didn't truly believe that. So like soon as I told him that I'm coming, he was like he's proud of me for facing my fears.
So, what do you think about this defense? I know you weren't here last year; you were playing high school ball, but it was a defense that started slow, finished really strong. DJ Durkin, an excellent defensive coordinator now at Texas A&M. Chris Partridge gets his shot now, calling the X's and O's. It looks like it's a little more of an aggressive defense than it was a year ago. There's more depth, a bunch of guys in the secondary. Where do you sort of feel like you are as a unit as you guys get ready for Troy?
I feel like as a unit, like we're solid. Like we have a lot of depth in the back end, even on the D line. I feel like we're going to be a really good defense this year.
What have you seen from the offense? Been a lot of talk, obviously, about the quarterbacks, Luke Altmaier and Jackson Dart and all that stuff. You've gone against those guys. You've seen all these receivers we've talked about. What do you anticipate from the guys on the other side of the ball?
They're going to score fast and they're going to score a lot. I mean, they try to bomb us every day in practice. So, like, I definitely get to see it firsthand. They're going to score a lot of points.
Real quick, Desmond. Real quick, Davison, we're going to take a small break. Word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. It can be tough to train your brain to stay in problem-solving mode when faced with a challenge in life. But when you learn how to find your own solutions, there's no better feeling. A therapist can help make you become a better problem solver, making it easier to accomplish your goals, no matter how big or small. I've used therapy as a way to handle stress, clear negative thoughts. It was a life changer for me. If you're thinking of giving therapy a try, BetterHelp is a great option. It's convenient, accessible, affordable, and entirely online. Get matched with a therapist after filling out a brief survey. Switch therapist anytime. When you want to be a better problem solver, therapy can get you there. Visit betterhelp.com/MPW today to get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/MPW. So you had to have your wisdom teeth out on was it Friday? That probably was not part of the plan of preseason camp. Yeah, what's that? How's that coming along as you get ready to go to the opener?
It has actually, like, I've been off my meds for like 2 days now. Like, it actually has not been bothering me at all. Like, I've been eating food and all that.
So take me through just the grind of a preseason camp. I know you'd been through spring and you'd been through the fourth quarter, and that probably gave you a hint as to what was coming. But I have to suspect, the last month was nothing like a two-a-days or whatnot in New Jersey, getting ready for a season up there.
Right, definitely wasn't. So, like, as soon as I first got here, fourth quarter program, I'm like, okay, this is the hardest thing I've ever done in my life. And then we got to spring ball, and then I said the same thing. And then fall camp came, and I had the same exact, like, fall camp is a different monster. Like, fall camp, like, you have to embrace the grind. Like, you have to really love football. Like, fall camp is full contact football, the best on the best every single day, constantly out there proving yourself.
How exhausted was your body a couple of weeks in?
My body was I play corner, so I'm always running around, always covering. My body was beat, but, like, I was competing for a job, so I didn't have a choice. I had to just keep going.
You guys have kind of started backing off that now. You got back into class and you're into a routine. That's one of the Lane Kiffin hallmarks, right, of his team, is that he believes in brutal camps. But once the season starts, he's not a demanding in terms of on your body. He starts to take the load off. Can you already kind of feel yourself getting fresher?
Yes, I have. I have realized that.
What have you seen a little bit, just real quick, on Troy? Have you had a chance to watch much film on them? Haven't any idea what to sort of expect from that team on Saturday?
Yeah, like, Troy has a couple of playmakers, but, like, their offense is like, so you know how we score from far and, like, take vertical shots? They're not really into that. They try to march the ball down the field, incorporate their tight ends, overs, crossers, and stuff like that.
You got family coming down this weekend?
No, I do not.
So it's just you. They're going to your brother's game?
Yeah, they are. They're going to be watching me on TV for the first time.
So, I guess, who does Rutgers play? What's the time on that?
They play Boston College in Boston.
Okay. So, how much do you and your brother just talk football? Do you guys ever, like, compare notes or encourage one another? Or in the month of August, did you just leave each other alone and go play? I guess he kind of gave you an idea of what was coming in August, but you have to probably experience it to.
Exactly. Like, you can't really get prepared for fall camp, I feel like. And then, like, the month of August, like, it was tough just getting in contact with him because, like, I'm busy from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night, and he's on the exact same schedule. So we really didn't talk much throughout the month of August.
How much will you try to keep up with their games over the course of the season?
I'm going to try to watch their games. I definitely want to see him making plays and all that.
What's the part of this season that you're most excited about? The first experiences and stuff. I mean, you're going to play your first college game. You're going to get your first college road trip here in a couple of weeks. You got SEC play that's about a month away, and all of those games and rivalries. Is there one or two things in the back of your mind that you're like most looking forward to?
Definitely the SEC games. Like I came to the SEC to play against the best players in the country, so I'm excited for that the most.
I guess last few days here, what will these days be like? Are the days feel like they're going fast, or does it feel like there's things are slowing down? Is it kind of in like almost a Christmas morning anticipation a little bit that takes forever to get there?
It is exactly like that, but like it kind of it feels weird because I feel like in high school, like I don't like I just think that it's the unknown. So it doesn't feel real. Like I'm really about to play my first college football game.
Well, listen, we look forward to talking to you next week about that first college football game. See what the experience was like as we kind of move forward. We'll do this each and every week with Davison. We'll talk about the game that was just passed. We'll start looking ahead to some experiences that he's looking forward to down the road as Ole Miss opens its season on Saturday against Troy, again 3:00 inside Vaught Hemingway Stadium. That game on the SEC Network if you're not making the trip to Oxford. Again, our thanks to the College Corner for making this show possible. It's collegecornerstore.com. 2 locations in the Jackson area, one in Ridgeland, one in Flowood. So for Davison Igbinosun, I'm Neil McCready. That does it for the Davison Igbinosun Show, brought to you by the College Corner. Until next time, have a great week.